Hey guys, is anybody out there? Hello, my friends. Oh God, every time I start a live, I have to blow my nose. It's like psychosomatic, I swear it. Is anybody out there? I can't see. Okay, so remember to guard your private. It doesn't say anything about chat. Is there anybody in here? I never blow my nose in public. And I just did, because I don't even think anybody's watching me, but they will see me later. Is there anybody in here? I can't tell. Oh, this is so frustrating. Well, perhaps there's nobody in here, but oh, hello, EDDM and Cynthia. Hey, Melissa. Yay. Okay, trying to fix something. Just a second, guys. Of course, Dingbat didn't do this. It doesn't matter. I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Sophia. How you doing, Sophia? Debbie, how is everybody doing? So, hi, Sharon. Oh my gosh, thank you guys for coming in. I'm actually on my way to... Oh, hello, Tamara Brennan. I actually am on my way to go on a road trip, but it dawned on me that it would be easier to tell you guys, hello, Daphne. How is everybody doing? There's so many people in here that I don't know. My allergies are crazy today. I think I might have forgotten to take my allergy medicine, and I'm very speedy. Somebody told me the other day that I'm chaotic. It's my new favorite thing that plays in my head. I am chaotic. I haven't had Adderall since July when I got diagnosed with breast cancer. I basically stopped taking it because it was just too much. Hi, Sunny. So as you guys know, I had surgery on February 14th, Valentine's Day. It's been like 23 days now. Oh, you're getting your hair braided for surgery? By who? Melissa, you're doing it yourself? Or someone's doing it for you? Why would it be braided for surgery? Is that like a thing you need to do? I hope it's going to be great. Don't worry. It's going to go really well. Great Clips. Is that a place? Like Supercuts, Great Clips? That's pretty cool. We don't have Great Clips in New York. Oh, yeah. You got a haircut yesterday? Sophia, send me a picture. So, it's been 23 days after my surgery. Let me tell you guys, the first couple of days, I swear that they must put some magic medicine in your body so that when you come out of surgery, you feel like Hercules. Because Kathy was here a few days. She stayed for like about a week after my surgery. And I was like Hercules. I felt no pain. I felt fine. Then I started to actually feel a lot of pain. And you spoke too soon, Daphne. Then I was in a lot of pain. And I actually went to the doctor. I didn't really take meds for that though. And I didn't want to. And I went to the doctor because I was like, this is like crazy. It's just really hurting me. And they made me wear compression. But here's the thing. I was fortunate enough to have a lumpectomy, which was a very mildly invasive surgery. I mean, I had a crazy amount of stitches, but she's an amazing surgeon and the girls look good. I'm happy about it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not happy about it because I know what the alternative was and I had braced myself for that, but honestly, I don't think I would have been able to handle it. I barely was able to handle this. And they did remove the sentinel node and another lymph node for testing. And then they take several biopsies in your breast tissue because I did not have a mastectomy. Having been a stage 3 cancer survivor, they have to be very careful. And I did have a PET scan, which showed no cells of cancer at the time. So that's what we're hoping for. I'm watching a woman cross the divider on a busy road, like climb the divider right now. I would not do that. But prayers for this lady too. So yes, for Melissa has all the positive energy for me she can possibly muster, but I already know it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I already know, because it can't be worse. It's got to get better. That's all there is to it. So basically, I'm still waiting for pathology. They take a lot of, I was supposed to have my results like 2 days later. And that's why I haven't really done an update. They say that no news is good news, but I'm starting to get crazy now because I finally feel like I'm healing. I can lift my arm, which is a big deal. I wasn't able to do that. And it still hurts like a bitch. I'm not even going to lie, but I'm a tough bitch, so it's okay. And I don't have my results yet. I've already seen the doctor. I went for my follow-up, and they don't know. They keep telling me that they're doing very thorough, whatever. I don't know. But 23 days after surgery to still not have your pathology back, when I was under the impression that they were going to get the pathology done while I was under anesthesia and make sure everything was out, it's very frustrating. But I understand that I'm not a doctor, and I actually love my surgeon. I didn't love my oncologist, so if she had said that to me, I probably would have lost it. But because I love my surgeon, I believe her and I understand. And thank you, Sunny. I am. I'm honestly, I don't know what else to call myself anymore, because I'm not soft. I'm a bull in a china shop. I'm very aggressive. And I've just come to decide that I'm a tough bitch. That's all there is to it. That's what I've become, and I'm okay with that. I don't know, but we're waiting for my pathology, and I've kind of started to lose my mind because it's been 23 days of waiting, and it's too much for me. What's bio oil, Brenda? We're all, I don't want to call us all bitches, but if you want to be one, you can self-proclaim it. But honestly, I know it's kind of inappropriate. Like when I first started talking to Melissa, I would be like, bitch, what? And she would be like, you called me a bitch. And I'd be like, no, that's like my favorite word to call my friends. You're really my friend, or I wouldn't call you that. And after a while, she started using it too. And she was like, I can't believe that I'm doing that. It's so inappropriate, but I'm a product of the 80s. We do inappropriate things, and it was appropriate back then. I can't be completely politically correct all the time. I mean, who could be politically correct in this world? So if I want to use the word bitch, I will. I've had it. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, on behalf of International Women's Day, it's true, because I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm not saying it derogatorily. Sometimes you have to be that way to survive in this world. It's not easy to Gen X. I just love Michelle. She can make everything perfect. She should work in the White House is where Michelle should be, for real. But I'm not getting into that subject. Not in this White House. Well, so anyhow, we're all groovy. Yes. Melissa, do you remember that conversation when we had it? When you were like, oh my God, I can't believe that. God. Oh my God. Michelle wrote that she owns her bitch. That could be taken many ways. I'm a perfect lady. Oh, so now you're declaring Did I make that conversation up? Sometimes I hallucinate. It's okay. No, ma'am. Oh my God, this is great. Good group, that is all. So basically that's where I'm at. That's why I didn't do a video telling you guys what's going on. I do have to do radiation, and I was honestly, I miraculously made it through chemo pretty well. I drove myself to and from chemo every time. The last rounds of chemo, I didn't know if I was going to survive them, but I got out of them. And now I'm very nervous over radiation because I just want to move on with my life. You're laughing. You never thought that you would live to see the day where I would talk about that conversation on my channel, right? Well, I don't care anymore. I'll talk about whatever because I just don't care anymore. I'm trying really hard to have I'm trying to be demure, but we all know that I'm not. So I can't pretend anymore. It's impossible for me to be demure. I know, but I'm worried that it's taking 23 days. Catty Cat 33 in Cali. That's like a great name. I want to say that all day long. It's not just that it's taking 23 days. It's like, why is it taking 23 days? Am I going to have another surgery? I literally did not have anyone to sign me out of surgery. My friend Kathy had to come here from Florida, or I would not have been able. I don't even know. I couldn't have surgery unless you show up to surgery with an adult that's going to sign you out. And Chris technically is not 18 yet. And if Kathy hadn't come here, I wouldn't have been able to do my surgery. I don't know what I would have done. But I mean, thank God for Kathy. But sometimes it's really depressing. It's like I feel like I'm an adult orphan, even though I have a son. Oh my gosh, you guys, you don't even want to know what my son turned around and told me this week. I'll be on the phone or in the office. We ain't demure. No, we ain't. I mean, I'm not demure, but I play one on YouTube. I don't know what word is. I don't play demure. You guys all know exactly. I'm exactly what I am. That's it. My son came home the other day and informed me he's joining the Marines. I almost lost my mind. I don't even know. Like, I really feel like I fell asleep and woke up in an alternate universe sometimes where my husband isn't here. I've survived cancer. Like, what is going on? And I don't want to say that I don't want him to go, but I have one child and I do not want him to go into the Marines. The world is crazy right now. But you know, when you have a Taurus son, you don't tell them what to do because they're going to do it anyway. You play the game like a poker mom and you're like, okay, great. When did that happen? Marines, huh? What about the Air Force? What about the Navy? How about the Coast Guard? And he was like, nope, I want to join the Marines. And I'm like, oh, God, this is because your mother's a hippie liberal. This is why you're going to do every conservative thing you can come up with to push me over the edge. Okay, no problem. He goes to basic training in May. Are you nervous, Brenda? I'm hoping I go to sleep and I wake up and the alternate universe has shifted back to some other timeline, storyline. This one does not make me happy. It's nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm proud of him. He always used to say that I'm not a very good disciplinarian. I don't know if you guys have ever figured that out. I kind of feel like kids should do whatever they want to do. So I guess he's going into the military to get his own disciplining because I'm just not, I'm not that mom. But I don't know. I don't know where this came from. And then he was like, oh, I always wanted to join the Army. And I was like, yeah, that's why we moved to Long Island. And I wanted you to join ROTC in high school. And then you told me you didn't want to. He was like, well, I didn't want to do ROTC. I just want to join the Marines. And I'm like, but what happened to college and being a lawyer? And he's like, I'm going to get money for that, so I don't have to pay for it. So I was like, oh, this is because my son is cheap like his mother. Like, this is why he's joining the Marines. Can he join being the only son? I think that's over. I know. I am really, my son is amazing, but he also could take tests and go in as an officer, and he refuses to do that either. I mean, I'm trying to talk some sense into him. He's extremely intelligent and could go into the Air Force like Top Gun. And I mean, I feel like he would fit better there, but I can't talk any sense into him. So I have to ignore him for a couple of weeks while I wait for my results, quietly having my own internal turmoil. My nephew joined the Army, made him a man. Now he's a pilot. Oh, I love that. I don't think you can become a pilot when you have ADHD either. Although he stopped taking his meds a while ago and swears he doesn't have ADHD. He's probably had this little plan the whole time. He just didn't want to tell me. He does that sometimes, but I mean, he's not doing anything horrible. He wants to be a productive man on the planet. I respect that, but I don't want that to happen. And I can't enforce my will on him. It sucks though, right? Like, don't you just want to be like, no, you're not going to do that, and it's over. But no, I have to do this. Oh, okay. I'll go to the graduation and I'll be right there and I will be proud of you no matter what you choose. And in my head, I'm like, God damn it. Why is this happening right now? Where am I going today? I think I'm going to Jersey. Yeah, because last week I went to Jersey and I found some good stuff. But I mean, I'm never going to find all these pallets everyone's finding. It's not going to happen. When people in the stores get pallets, they just sell them to the people. I'm not their people. I don't have like hookups like that. When I find makeup in the Dollar Tree, it's because I literally find it. In New York, people have sold their soul to be able to get makeup because there's lots of charities that used to fund their entire gift giving stuff through Dollar Tree, and they have more money than I do, and they pay people to get those boxes. You wish we could get our sons to actually listen? Uh-oh. Well, Melissa, they're teenagers. They're teenage boys. They're just gonna break our hearts for a while now. That's what they're gonna do. They're boys. Yeah, we do have to. I mean, that's the thing. I know I have to let my son grow up. He kind of knows that I've coddled him. And the thing is, when I try to get like discipline-y with him, like, you have to get up on time and I'm not going to wake you anymore. Because I said to him the other day, I said, you're going to join the Marines. Why am I still waking you up? Set your freaking alarm. I'm not waking up every day. Get your butt to school on your own. He's not going to get to school, let me tell you. So even though he wants to join the Marines, he'll let some man push him around, but I can't make him set an alarm and get to school without me taking him, because I take my son to school. To this day, I went through all of that chemo treatment. I still got my son to school every single day and mostly picked him up. Not always. Sometimes he had to walk home, and it's not close, and there's not really... We just live right outside of the blocks that they're willing. He can't get on the bus, bottom line. He couldn't get into that program. You wish you were better at holding your tongue? I mean, I'm not going to tell him no. I just want him to get all the information. And if he's going to invest years of his life without going straight to college, which he could go straight to college and do very well in college. He doesn't need to go into the military for the money, but I know my son knows that financially, he's not stupid. He knows that my husband passed away and financially it destroyed us. But, you know, I'm a resilient bitch and I can always make money again. But I think that that's part of the reason. Like, he doesn't want to be a burden, and he'll never say that, but he's not a burden because I can always find a way to pay for college, or he'll get a loan, but he doesn't want to. He wants to just go into the military and have the military pay for his education. Diane, what is your sun sign and what is your sign? Because I'm a Virgo and my son is a Taurus, and we just don't even speak the same language. And we never did. When I was in the hospital and my son was in the little plastic bin that they put babies in, and I had just delivered him. I was looking at him and I was like, wow, he like knows everything. I could tell. And I know that I was his mom and maybe I was having postpartum. I don't know. Yeah, that's the necklace that you gave me. I love it. So I was like sitting there staring at him and he was just looking at me like, I know everything and you're never going to tell me what to do. I swear we were talking telepathically. And I've helped moms like right at their delivery. I've been with other babies as they're being born and the day of their birth. And when I looked at those babies, I was like, oh, what a cute baby. And I didn't feel like they knew everything, but my son never wanted me to do anything for him. His first words were, I do, meaning with I'll do it. Like, and as soon as he could be more verbal, he would take things away from me and be like, I got it. And even now, when he sees me doing something, he'll be like, no, let me do it. And he has to do it his way. And so as a mother, I was like, good, that's a really independent quality. I mean, God help the woman that's going to deal with that, because she's not going to want anybody coming into her kitchen and being like, oh, you're not cutting the lettuce right. But hey, that's not on me. I've tried to explain to him, don't tell a woman how to cut lettuce. But sometimes he's right. Or he'll be like, oh, I saw it on, like, he watches cooking videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And he'll be like, this is how you have to cut lettuce. And I'll be like, wow, I didn't know that. That's a good hack. And then I'm like, well, couldn't you have told me that nicer? And he's like, yeah, but I don't even know like how you're cutting lettuce like that. That's not the way to cut lettuce. And I'm like, okay, Taurus, there's a nicer way to talk to people. But he's just very matter of fact. And I like it when people are like really sweet and nice about things. And he's just very, this is how it needs to be done. And that's why I told him, do all the testing and go into the military as an officer instead of just going in to boot camp. But he doesn't want to do it like that. Oh, Scorpio and Pisces. That's another complicated combo. Scorpio and Pisces is very emotional. I have Pisces risings, actually. That's why I'm like a hot mess Virgo. Most Virgos are like list makers, and there's a lot of Virgos out there, and I love my fellow Virgos, but I'm really a hot mess Virgo because I have a lot of Pisces risings, and Pisces are super emotional and sort of just kind of very free and dreamy. They like to visualize things more than they actualize them. But I think that that's the secret to life. I love Libras too. You're taking us into the shower. I tried calling you earlier today, actually. Well, that was the point of this video, was to just give everyone an update, because I've had a lot of emails, and if anybody's gone through radiation, I don't know exactly what it's like, but a lot of people told me that it's sometimes, I know you told me before that you're a Libra, actually, Carol. I remember that. You know, when I was younger, I always dated Libras when I was younger. Like almost every boyfriend I ever had was a Libra. But my husband was a Leo, which was like actually my perfect mate. And Melissa's a Leo. She's my perfect soulmate now. But it was like perfect because he was really, really the opposite of me completely in every way. And so we worked together really well in that aspect. Whereas Libras and I, we're a lot alike, Libras and me, because I'm a Virgo with Pisces rising. So it was very similar personalities. But a lot of people don't believe in astrology, but I really do. I actually can meet people. I mean, you guys don't know this, but my friends that know me personally, like whenever I go out somewhere and I meet a new person, before they tell me their birthday, I know their zodiac sign. It's kind of my secret hidden talent because I can just tell by the way someone's dressed a lot of the time and their mannerisms when they were born, which is crazy, but I've been into it my whole life, and I do think there's something to it. I know, Carrie, a lot of people told me that radiation feels like surreal, like it makes you feel like time slows down or something. And I don't know how I'm gonna be able to deal with that, but It's next on my list of bucket list things to do now. Oh, Aquarius. That's awesome. I had a lot of Aquarian friends when I was younger. But they are very into their families. Once like they got married, they sort of stopped talking to all their friends. Did you do that too, Natasha? Did you like, when you were younger, did you have a lot of friends that you got married? And are you married? I don't know. I don't even know. But a lot of my Aquarius friends, they got married, had kids, and they just sort of very much became very homebodies. Diane's dollar deals. You love Libra men. They're strong and cocky, and they kind of lie a lot. I dated a lot of Libra men when I was younger, and my favorite thing that I invented to say was that they would lie about a ham sandwich, because I remember I would be like, oh, what did you have for lunch? And they would be like, pizza. And I'd be like, but no, you didn't. You had a ham sandwich, because the other half is like in the car. Oh, no, I didn't eat that. Like that. They would just lie about nothing for no apparent reason, just for no apparent reason. And I just can't stand that. And Libra women and Libra men are so different. But Libra men lie for no reason about nothing. Just, I don't even know why. But for a Virgo, that stuff makes you crazy. Because I would be like, why are you lying about ham sandwiches? Like, what else are you lying about? Meanwhile, they might not be lying about anything, but if you're going to lie to me about a ham sandwich, well, you better believe that I'm going to be following you in my car with big glasses and a wig on when I don't have cancer, because I need to know what else you're lying about. But, you know, that was my youth when I did things like that. And then I got older and I was like, I'm not following anybody in a car. I'm done with that. But who knows what I'm capable of now. The older you were born in your family means a lot to firstborn, lastborn. That's true. Middle child. Yes. Hello, Carrie. Well, ladies, I don't know how long I've been on here. I just really wanted to come on and talk about that so that I don't have to keep emailing everybody and everybody doesn't wonder what's going on with me. That drives you crazy too. I'm a Pisces. You love me. What drives you crazy when Libras? Do you have a Libra in your life? That a Libra man? I'm sorry, Libra men. If you're out there, you're getting a bad rep. I'm a Libra on October, Friday the 3rd. Uh-oh. Yeah, but you're a Libra woman. It's different. I mean, I don't know. I've never dated a Libra woman, but all the Libra women I've ever known haven't lied to me about ham sandwiches. But I mean, literally, for a good decade of my life, I only dated Libras. That was like the only, literally, it was almost like the only men that would ever talk to me were Libras. I don't know what that was about, but I would be like, uh-oh. And then they're not really faithful people. They just kind of go with the wind. I did call them, Brenda. You think I didn't call them? I just admitted to stalking my ham sandwich eating, pizza lying Libra ex-boyfriend from 7 million years ago. Of course I called them. I've called them every day and they have driven me crazy. Honestly, if they don't give me the results tomorrow, I'm going to go psycho on them because it's 23 days. At first I didn't even know what they were talking about. I'm like, okay, pathology for what though? Like, I don't understand. And then after I went to the doctor and she was like, I'm so sorry, but you know, they're running tests and then I'm like, what are they running tests for? For statistics? Like, I don't understand. And she was like, well, we explained to you that you might need to have more surgery if there's anything else. I was like, what? More surgery? No. I must have been living in my happy-go-lucky world because I did not hear that. I thought I was done. What? I have to do this again? I'm already in so much pain. Why couldn't you have just kept me unconscious longer? But then I don't understand how in modern times it takes 23 days to get results back. But I just don't, I'm not a doctor and I don't know, but I don't know. It's just frustrating because it's a long time to wait. Well, no one's cutting into my body ever again unless they show me damn good proof that I need something done, because I'm a firm believer when it comes to surgery. If you don't succeed, you shouldn't have to try again. You should only have one shot to get everything out of somebody's body. But I understand that I'm very lucky. I mean, I'm only joking when it comes to this. Of course, if I have to have another surgery, somehow I'm going to have to get myself psyched to do it. But I'm not looking forward to that because it wasn't easy. And I can't literally have my friend come back here from Florida to take me to surgery and sign me out like a book from the library. I mean, it's absurd. I should be able to go to surgery and take a taxi home. The laws in America suck. You know, as a widow, I should have rights where I shouldn't have to have someone come from another state to be my person. I should be allowed to make a decision that I can have a cab driver drive me home. Or, I don't care, get an ambulance to drive me home. I'll pay for it. But you're going to send me home anyway. You're not keeping me in the hospital. Why do I have to get people to come here just to be claimed like baggage? It's ridiculous, actually. Sometimes the laws don't make any sense, because if you're so worried about my well-being, then keep me in the hospital. Because I said, keep me in the hospital. Keep me overnight. I don't want to go home anyway. If I'm having surgery, I want to stay in the hospital. They wouldn't even keep me overnight. They do surgery on you and then they send you home. And then I needed to have some testing done, and I'm supposed to have someone sign me out. So my brother has to come here from upstate New York, even though I'm perfectly fine after being given local anesthesia. I could do anything. You still have to get signed out like a book in a library. It's crazy. But I don't know. I just think it's crazy. It's so that doctors don't sue people. Perhaps if you are groggy and you get in a cab with someone, they might take advantage of you. Well, then fine, send me home in an ambulette. You take people in ambulettes all the time that have amnesia or Alzheimer's or, you know, loss of their faculties, and the hospital's responsible. Then charge me and let me go. I should be able to make those decisions, but you're not allowed to. Isn't that crazy though, Diane? Like, you can't stay in the hospital even if you want to. I said, I'll pay out of pocket. I'll pay in advance. I want to spend the night in the hospital. I don't want to go home after surgery. Oh, you're going to be much happier. I mean, they basically brainwash you into believing that you're going to be, she was like, it's different hospital that you have to go through, and the staff is different and the success rate is different. And I'm like, okay, so the other hospital is basically bad because you don't want to use it. But then I was like, Marina, you like your surgeon. So stop this conversation right now before you don't like your surgeon, and then you don't like any of the medical professionals that you've had to deal with. But I don't want to sound like that because I'm grateful that I'm alive. But the truth is, the center that I did my chemo at, if there was a Yelp review for hospitals, I would give them a 0-star rating. Let me just make that clear. My oncologist was the most self-centered monster I've ever met in my life. I literally said to her, my nails look crazy. They're black. They're like ready to fall off, and I can't even zip my pants up because they're hurting me so much. And she was like, oh, I need to send you to you have to see another type of doctor. I don't know what that's about. And I'm like, but what are you talking about? You don't know what that's about. I Googled it. It's a normal side effect of this chemo. Oh, I don't know that to be a side effect of this chemo. And I was like, why in the world are you lying right now? Like, it's all over the internet that this is a side effect of this chemotherapy. And she looked at me with a pan face saying, no, it wasn't. And I was like, but do you have like stock in chemo? I actually called her a chemo princess because I was really pissed off, and we didn't have a great relationship. She kept trying to put me on drugs for things that I didn't need. And I was like, I don't need any of these drugs. I just need you to give me chemo. I don't need any psych meds. I don't need any extra meds that are not normal for people because you think they're going to make me not nauseous. I don't want you giving me all these chemicals. It's bad enough you're giving me chemo, because they like to prescribe other drugs, quote unquote, because they'll take away your nausea. but they're like antipsychotic meds, and I don't want any of that. I was like, I don't need any of that. I'll throw up. I'll be fine. And I didn't. And so I'm really impressed with that, because and the one time that I went in, the first time when I started chemo in Long Island as opposed to Queens, where I felt it was really nice there, she gave me all these crazy meds. I was like delirious. I was talking to myself. I was hallucinating, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? So then I read what I had been given, and I was like, hell no, you're never giving me any of that again. What's the reason for that? There's no reason for any of that medication to be given to me. That's not for cancer. That's for mental illness. And, you know, at first I was like, well, do you think I'm crazy? And then I did research, and they like to research all different uses off script and off label for medication so that they can then get kickbacks from the actual medicine companies. So, nah. I was like, no, I'm not taking any of that. I got really stubborn, and I wouldn't take anything other than the chemo. And they were really pissed off at me, and I don't care, because I actually didn't do that badly. I felt pretty good. I'm lucky. Sometimes I wonder if people get really sick from all the crap that they're getting pumped into them that they don't even need. But I did end up having to take the steroids because I have a lot of allergies, and I understood that that was necessary. Yeah, well, cancer is a business in America. It's unfortunate and disgusting. And that's why I don't like to talk about all the things that I believe. I don't believe in eating things that are genetically modified all the time. I truly believe in eating organic food. I'm a hippie, but you know, I'm a Dollar Tree star. And when something is a really great deal, every once in a while you do eat genetically modified food. But for the most part, that's not my staple. Like, I will scrimp and save, and I will only buy organic meat as much as possible because it's cleaner and better for you. And some people don't believe there's a difference between genetically modified and organic, but that's not true. Everybody's got a right to believe what they want to believe. And I choose to use organic things as much as I can. And I like to use fresh produce. And if I can't afford organic, I at least try to use non-GMO. That's like a big thing for me, non-GMO. But I do prefer, but it depends. If you don't have, it depends on what's in your wallet. If you don't have enough for organic anything, at least try to use non-GMO. If you can't use non-GMO and it's produce, you do need to thoroughly wash it. And the dirty dozen are dirty dozen for a reason. If you guys don't know what the dirty dozen are, you have to Google them, because they're the yummiest fruits and vegetables, and they're the most pesticide laden. So you do have to try to clean them to the best of your abilities. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are starting to realize that it's important. You're the hippie, Brenda. I'm the punk rocker. I'm really a hippie, honestly. And as I'm getting older, somebody recently told me that their favorite genre of music was screamo, emo. And I mean, you guys, I am not a screamo emo fan. I was like, no, you have a lot of pent up anger. You need to climb to the top of a mountain, yell your brains out till there's no voice left in you, climb off that mountain, and you'll never listen to that music again. Because who actually loves screamo? You have to be having a psychotic break for that to be your favorite type of music. But I do like punk rock. But not screamo. Like, punk rock evolved, and then metal evolved, and then somewhere along the line they had like a baby and created screamo, and I'm like, hell no to screamo. No thank you. That is not good music. I'm sorry to those who love it, but it's not my favorite. And I like pretty much every other type of music. I love music. You like the Cars kind of punk rock? Oh yeah, they're new wave. I mean, punk rock, like the Sex Pistols, Iggy Pop. I'm old school. The Ramones. And I've been to mosh pits. I've done it all. I mean, I went to CBGB's. You guys, I live in New York. CBGB's was and the Continental Divide. I saw the Ramones play there when I was supposed to be in school. I mean, I guess they're new wave. I think the cars are new wave. Okay, ladies, it's been 40 minutes that I've been just babbling, and I can't read all of the comments, but I'm definitely going to go back in and read them later. You like one goth metal group? What group is that? I'm waiting patiently for Brenda to tell me, then I'm going to close this live. Goth metal? What's goth metal? What's a goth metal group? Metal? Like metal? Brenda, I'm patiently waiting to hear what band this is. I'm dying to know. Yeah, aren't you guys happy I didn't do a live and drive? You know how I love it when people tell me not to drive and talk. Maybe I was thinking Marilyn Manson. I think he just celebrated his birthday. He's a Capricorn. Lord of the Lost? I have to Google them, Brenda. I don't know who they are. How do I not know? I hope I didn't know them and forget them, but I don't know who they are. I'm going to have to listen now. I like Motown. Like I said, I like all music, although I was a goth, and that is a commitment that you make in life, and a new waver. I love Depeche Mode. Like, if I really want to have a great day, you know what? My perfect playlist consists of disco, Madonna, and Depeche Mode. Put that, and Blondie, disco, Madonna, Depeche Mode, and The Cure. I could go on. But if you play those, you can distract me for at least 48 hours. Okay, ladies, thank you guys so much for coming into this live. I love you all. I appreciate you coming into the live. If you don't mind sharing it so that other people might even know I did it, because lives just, they die after you do them. And I hope that I'll try to make a thumbnail for it so people know that it's just me letting them know what's going on with me. And some point in the next, I guess, I'm going to do 6 rounds of radiation, supposedly a month from now. But if I need more surgery, I have to have more surgery first. I'm really hoping I do not need more surgery. I am praying like crazy that I don't need more surgery. And I went to the beach yesterday and sat in the cold and had a long talk with God about no more surgery, because I'm done. I am done with this shitty cancer. Even though I need to do radiation, in my heart, I am so over this. I cannot deal with any more shitty cancer shit anymore. It's enough already. I've had enough this year. I just want to enjoy my summer, and I will not give this summer to cancer. It's enough. And my hair is growing back, and I'm going to dye it blue. Because it's going to be spiky. And only I'm really going to know it. Maybe eventually, when it's spikiest, I may show it to you guys. It's like this long right now. I'm kind of excited. Thank you, Terry. No more surgery. No more. No, enough. Shitty cancer has been canceled. This whole timeline is crazy. And it reminds me of, who loved the TV show Married with Children? Remember when it ended, and then remember when shows would end and then they would come back the next season, and then they had, what was the name of that kid? 7? They had like a kid in the show that out of nowhere they had a kid, a little boy. That's what this whole entire world is reminding me of lately. Married with Children, when they just got that kid out of nowhere, and I was like, what happened? I never understood. I loved that show, though. I loved Peg. I loved the show. I thought it was the funniest show ever. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, 4444. That's so crazy. Stay safe and stay savvy, my friends. Thank you for being here. I love you. Give the video a thumbs up and share it. Bye, guys.